What a crazy game, honestly. Game of the season. I have to start with, because we have to stay positive on this. If your team is top of the league, still hit like on this video, because the title is still in our hands. And I have to be honest, man. I have to be honest. I expected this result. I predicted 2-2. I did not think Liverpool were going to lie down. But the story of the game was so different to what I expected. I thought Liverpool are going to come out like a wounded animal and really make it intimidating. Also, all the emotion of this being the game closest to the Hillsborough disaster, and kind of what that does to the fans when they sing that rendition of "You'll Never Walk Alone." I really thought it'd be a real passionate affair from Liverpool right from the off. And that's why I thought they'd get a result against us. I did not expect Arsenal to win today. And actually, I thought that a lot of the fans that I was speaking to, Arsenal fans, were overconfident. But the story of the game didn't follow what I thought, even though the end result is exactly what I thought. Liverpool were nothing. They were just, we were so dominant. We were so good. And in the end, for 40 minutes I'm talking about, and in the end, the last 50 minutes, Liverpool were just on top of us non-stop, and we just couldn't get a way out. And I'm so frustrated by this game, because had we won this, it would have been an unbelievably big statement. It would have been a huge statement victory from Arsenal. Man City fans knew that they just have to win their game, which is one that they're expecting to win, and then it was on Arsenal. It was on Arsenal to go to Anfield under huge pressure and get 3 points, which isn't easy, and we haven't done in so long. And they were just sitting back. After the first 30, 40 minutes, they must have been thinking, Arsenal have got this. This could be a riot, basically. And you know what? It should have been. When we had that momentum, we should have been even more clinical. But you really can't fault Arsenal's performance of the first 40 minutes. Do you know what? A lot of people from around the world will be watching this, right? And it all might depend on where you are watching, what TV channel you are watching on. In the UK, on Sky Sports, one thing they made very clear was the turning point of the game was Granit Xhaka doing stupid things. And that was getting into a fight with Jordan Henderson. Listen, some of you might not believe how much of an impact it has when the fans get riled up, and other people will get it completely. But Liverpool have got nothing to play for right now. They messed up their last game where they lost all chance of any Champions League qualification. They've got nothing to play for. The only thing they had to play for was inside this 90 minutes. And after 40 minutes, the game was going so well. I thought Gabriel Jesus, his game management was so good, so mature. Just making it dull, taking time out when you don't get penalised for it. Even in the first half, he was doing that. His game management was absolutely perfect. And then you go and get Granit Xhaka that did such a stupid thing by getting into Trent Alexander-Arnold's face and getting the crowd at that boiling point that you don't want them to do. This is not just a story of this game. You go listen to ex-managers, you go listen to ex-professional players. They will all tell you how important it is to manage the crowd away from home. When you're at home, it's different. Then you want the crowd to get a bit agitated. And I get that, Trent Alexander-Arnold might be doing that to try and get something from somewhere, because the football wasn't doing it for them. They needed some sort of emotion to come through, to boil over. Why was it Granit Xhaka? Honestly, I'm really disappointed. It's not that he's committed the worst crime in the world. I remember when we were 4-0 up at Newcastle, Abu Dhabi got sent off for getting angry and pushing someone or whatever. That's a far bigger crime, but you've just got to be smart. And for all of Gabriel Jesus playing it smart, and you know what? Even Gabriel Jesus was the one that was pulling Granit Xhaka away. He knew this is not what we need to be doing. But I don't want to make this a scapegoat Granit Xhaka exercise. Other than that, Granit Xhaka played well. And yes, I am disappointed about that. But let's talk about some of the other parts of the game. In a way, I can't believe we didn't lose. Mohamed Salah missed a penalty. Darwin Núñez missed a 1-on-1. In fact, he didn't miss. Aaron Ramsdale, who we have to speak about, who basically, I think, should have got the man of the match award. I don't know who got man of the match, but all for his work in the last 10 minutes. That save from David Nunes was incredible. The save from Konate was even better. And then the save from Mohamed Salah was just superhuman. And Ramsdale has done this over and over and over again. Like, he's just something else. The amount of saves that he has pulled out. If we win the league, I need to see a compilation of saves from Aaron Ramsdale. I remember the one against Villa away from Leon Bailey, the one at home against Bournemouth from Ouattara. Now we're talking about the saves from Konate, especially the one from Salah. My God, what a save. Aaron Ramsdale, honestly, got Arsenal out of jail today. And even for the penalty where I'm saying Salah missed, Ramsdale got a yellow card in the run-up to Salah missing that penalty. Maybe what he did, well, and I wouldn't put it past him, given the way everything that he did today was so good. Maybe what he did ended up being the thing that made Salah miss. But you know what? Crazy game. I thought Zinchenko was brilliant. And then he was one that got sort of nutmegged and then substituted off immediately when Trent got the assist for the equaliser. That was hard to take. Ben White had a mixed game. Lovely reverse ball for Saka that created the first goal. And then a misplaced pass that he got lucky. He really got lucky for maybe not getting a red card when he got the yellow for that rash tackle. And then he was also caught out by Robertson as well when Robertson had the chance in the first half. I think Fabinho played the ball through to Robertson. He had a bit of a mixed game. So, not a standout performance from him. And then Ødegaard didn't quite influence the game as much as I hoped. But in the first half, Alisson would have been sick of the sight of Martin Ødegaard. He was leading that press as he so often does. But the one thing I can't understand, why substitute him off for Kivior? That was just a really weird decision from Mikel Arteta. So much of our composure and so much of our game goes through Ødegaard. For me, you had to keep him on. And Kivior, as soon as he came on, made a mistake in the middle of the pitch that actually led to the chance for Darwin Núñez that thankfully Aaron Ramsdale saved. I also look back at that chance that Gabriel had from Saka's corner where Saka got booked going to take the corner. This game was all about game management. It was all about game management. Most of the players did brilliantly, and unfortunately some of the players, they didn't. And Granit Xhaka was top of that pile. And ultimately, we couldn't seem to get the game back under control. The second half was all Liverpool. And Gabriel's chance from that corner, when that didn't go in, I was pulling my hair out because that was a chance to just calm all the nerves. And then a couple of minutes later, that happened with Trent megging Zinchenko, standing the ball up, and Firmino, as he does on so many occasions, scores a goal against Arsenal. Really annoying. But you know what? Away fans were brilliant. I have to give them some credit. Even when Holding made a mistake and Salah got put through on goal and didn't score, they were chanting his name. The fans did their bit. Ramsdale did his bit. Gabriel Jesus did his bit. Martinelli first half I thought was sensational. Second half was quite an immature performance from him. A lot of it was head down, holding the ball for too long. Even on the counter-attack, he had that chance to release Saka, overhit the pass. It was a mixed game for him, mixed game for Ben White, mixed game for Granit Xhaka. But I thought some of the standout performers were Thomas Partey, composure in the middle of the pitch there. Ramsdale, standout game for him. But you know what? What could have been a statement victory has ended up being a frustrating draw, even though I thought it was going to be a draw. And I think Liverpool had the chances to go and win the game. I can't believe we've only conceded 2. But now the title's in Man City's hands, but most importantly, it's in Arsenal's hands. I said all along, before this game, 6 wins, 2 draws. 1 draw at Anfield, the other draw at Man City. Provided we do that, no one can take the title away from us. That's what we need to go and do now. A lot of positives in this performance. We've got to basically keep our head up now and go to West Ham in our next game and go and get that win. Don't forget, Man City have got Champions League football that they need to make sure they don't have hangovers from. So we need to do our thing and hopefully Man City slip up. They've got the advantage right now with goal difference. We've got the advantage right now with the game played and the point on the board. So we've just got to see what happens, man. But fingers crossed Man City go through the ringer in Champions League and don't manage to pull off the victories in their subsequent Premier League games. Keep the faith. Back the boys till the very, very end. Come on, Arsenal. Hit this video if you haven't already, if you think we're going to win the league, because I'm nervous as hell, but it's going to be one hell of a roller coaster. Hopefully, Arsenal do it.